What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and I am here talking to you again. I'm trying to pick up the camera more, trying to let you guys in, which is something that wasn't so hard for me in the past, but it's getting harder now as I grow up and look around, and I feel like, wow, maybe I feel a little bit disappointed in myself because, like, what am I showing? Like, what have I gotten done? In the past, it was just me picking up the camera and just speaking to you. And realistically, on this channel, that's what I've done for a majority of my videos. Just picked up and spoke about what was on my mind. And so I think today we're gonna take it a step back, and I'm just gonna show you my current life. Today is my Monday. Well, today is Monday, and this is pretty much my Saturday, okay? And yay for me, I asked for Wednesday off, so I have a long weekend. So I feel like this is the perfect time to resettle my life and get myself together, because if I panned around my room and showed you what I was working with, you'd be like, girl, how did it get this bad? Or maybe you think, okay, this is like honestly realistic for you working 40 hours a week and you being you. But I want to love myself today. I want to put some love into myself. I have Chinese class at 3. And other than that, my goal is to restructure my house, clean up, eat something, and I don't know, go get my feet done, you know, do a little me, change my sheets. Oh my gosh. So if you are interested in a random Saturday in the life of China, stick around and I'll try to show you what I get into. For those who don't know, you haven't seen any of my recent videos, I don't have a cat anymore. I rehomed him. It just felt like the best choice for me, not really knowing where my future is going to go, but also being more open to all of these possibilities. That is my goal. So, first things first, let's go brush our teeth.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
My bathroom is a mess. So I'm not gonna show you, but like, I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna show you my bathroom. What you're hearing in the background is me actually doing my laundry. I do my laundry probably like once a week. Not even once a week. I probably do it like once every 2 weeks. I try to do it once a week. I start the load and then I never take the clothes out of the washing machine. They get sour, and then the week later when I have more energy, I try to do it again. It's really telling me, like, Alia, you don't have the, like, when I started the load the first time, I know I don't have the spoons to take the clothes out of the washing machine. I know, but I tell myself, oh no, you can do it, and then I start the laundry, waste water, and don't get the clothes out of there. So I'm gonna stop doing that to myself. I'm gonna stop doing that to the water. We care about the earth. When I'm moving around my house, I really hate it when my hair is like all over the place. So I'm gonna put this on and let's get into eating breakfast. I don't really do much videos in which I am recording, stopping, because I feel like I'm a lazy video editor, taking all of these videos and then adding them up and then like trying to make things make sense. And a lot of times I don't plan what I'm recording, so it's just all over the place. The lighting's changing. I feel like, oh my goodness, nobody wants to watch this. But in the spirit of trying to like make more content, in the spirit of trying to get to the point where I become super famous on social media, and therefore I can travel and be able to have children, the children that I want, I think I need to just get out of like trying to make sure everything is perfect, because there's perfect people out here in the world. Oh, I wouldn't say perfect. There's people who, when they're making a video, they're setting up the camera, they're thinking everything through, they're doing their work, they're doing their due diligence. And then there's me. When I step in front of the camera, we're getting what Alia's giving us, okay? And I question if I'm giving you guys a lot. I think this is an Americano. I'm not really an Americano girly, especially because I had recently taken up smoking. And when I mean smoking, I mean like I was smoking like 5 ciggies a day. And I was also drinking coffee. And I thought, this is a bad habit to have. And I kind of got to the point where I was like looking at my teeth, and my teeth were looking a little not as clean as I would want my teeth to look. So I was like, I'm gonna stop that. But because today I feel kind of low energy, I'm trying to get spoons. Trying to get spoons through coffee, okay? It's like drinking dirt. Now, there's a little sandwich spot near my place that I order from on these days. I quite enjoy it. It's like a little sandwich. It's a little panini pressed out sandwich. And I think that this is gonna be a good way to start my day, so. Let me describe to you what's going on right now, okay? I just hit a random one. I hit a random sandwich. So I didn't know what I was gonna get. So here's what I got. Pineapple, egg, and pork sandwich. It's not bad. It is not bad. I'm gonna finish my coffee and my sandwich, and then we're gonna get started on something. I don't know what we're gonna get started on, but we're gonna get started on something, okay? I'll see you later. Okay, so the Ozempic is Ozempicing, okay? I don't know about like losing weight on my body. Like the thighs, they're still big. However, I don't feel the urge to finish my sandwich. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge. So every day, when I have an off day, sorry the camera's not on my face, I go around and I collect my trash. Because during the week, I do get, oh my God. I just found something furry in my sink. Ooh. I'd show you guys, but then you judge me. But it's okay, I'm judging myself. Ooh. Yeah. That was bad. But it does state where I am in life. So we're gonna go over here. You know, I don't want to breathe in those spores. I don't want to die from a zombie apocalypse thing. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna grab my thingy things. Okay, over here I have a box. Oh gosh, I want to look at you guys when I'm speaking to you. Okay, over here in my house I have a box of creative things that I've always wanted to do that I never did. And so they're over here in the corner. And so my goal today is to clean up my house, do my Chinese class, and to pull something out of that box and do something creative. I want to do my feet. I want to do a lot of things. I didn't write it down. I think I'm one of those people who need to have a list. I need to have things written down, but I didn't, so we're where we're at right now. But like, come on. So whenever my Chinese teacher, I just came over here to do something and then I didn't do it, but we're gonna go to a different room now. Whenever my Chinese teacher comes to my house, she uses my bathroom and she's in my kitchen. So those are the main things that I need clean, okay? So when I come into my living room, let me pan around for you. A panoramic. When I do my living room, this is what my living room currently looks like. This is what my living room currently looks like. This is what my living room, I don't know why I keep saying that. This is what my living room currently looks like. What I need to do is, number one, clear off this desk, okay? Clear off this desk is gonna be my number one thing. I'm gonna put the camera down, I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna clear off this desk, and then I'll bring you back. So I cleaned off the table, and I didn't just stop at the table. I started straightening it up in my kitchen, making a bigger trash pile. Those shoes aren't supposed to be there, but just kicking all of the trash to one area, trying to make it simpler, easier for me to actually get things done. Like when we go into my bedroom, I cleared off one of my couches. This is just something to put on my bed. I know I've been meaning to change my sheets. It's just, this is a big task. Changing the sheets because they're bigger sheets. Trying to find the sheets that go on the bed is a little overwhelming for me, so I've been putting it off. Over here, we got dirty clothes, yeah. And my goal, these over here, it's not dirty clothes. I just have to sort through it. But my goal in the bathroom, more dirty clothes, is I'm doing a load of laundry right now. When that laundry is done, I take it out, put it in the dryer, and put the dirty clothes that are around my house inside of the wash machine. So they're hidden away. So I'm just waiting for that to go ahead and focus. Go ahead and have that finish, okay? Okay, so while cleaning, my trash pile has gotten bigger, and I've come into the bathroom and pretty much gotten rid of everything that was on the floor. Now I need to actually wash this bathroom, like give it a good scrub down, top to bottom. All my dirty clothes are in the washing machine, and the clothes that were in the washing machine are actually wetting my bed because I just put them on the bed. I haven't put them in the dryer yet. And my goal for tomorrow is to go ahead and do that next load of laundry. And so in my head, as I walk around my house, I was thinking about the ex, okay? He's always gonna be known as the ex. And I was thinking about, like, not gonna lie, because a lot of times when I talk about my ex online, especially now that we're getting divorced, I try to put like a positive spin on it. I try to be very positive about the situation, like, do I regret it? No, and blah, blah, blah. I try to put that spin on it. And realistically, I don't regret it. I really don't regret it. But no but in the aspect of I don't regret it, but there are some aspects I regret. No, I'm just thinking about the relationship, like, as a whole. Like, that was a dark period in my life. Not as dark as my childhood, not as dark as cutting my family off, but those things all like align together. And I'm at this period of time in life where things are going so good for me that when I think back at that time, I'm like, ooh, you know, I'm like, ooh. The relationship as a whole, how the relationship came to be, the situations in, like, how painful that, if I can be honest, how painful that marriage was for me. It was very, very painful for me. And I think that there are people who have been on my channel, who have been with me, where I would have these issues and I would come to the, go to my lives and I would rant about little issues in my relationship. And you guys were upfront and telling me, like, leave this relationship. Like, you guys were very upfront with it. But at that point, I wasn't ready to go. At that point, I was still trying to hold on. to stability. I was still trying to find my peace. And, you know, you guys only got like a little bit of the relationship and was like, maybe it's time to go. And I tried to make sure that whenever I spoke about our relationship, I tried to also paint myself in a bad light. Like, I'm not holier than thou. I'm not better than this situation. I'm in this situation too. So it was very overwhelming for me at that time to see so many people telling me to leave, like, go, like this, and this. And then especially in that case of, at that point, the ex, like, there were a lot of red flags. A lot of red flags between me and him. Should we have gotten married? Well, we got married so he could go to school. And I will say that. We got married so he could go to school. There was nothing in it for me to get married to him. There was no, other than the prospect of having children. There was nothing else in it for me to marry him. And I think about, like, when I was, like, really stressed out and how we constantly were getting, like, negative pregnancy tests. And, like, how that really, really affected me. Like, it really, really affected me. Because the one thing I wanted was motherhood. And I wanted a partner that was willing to work with me on this goal of motherhood. I wanted a partner that was willing to work with me on, like, the future. And what I wanted in the future. And I wanted a partner that wanted what I wanted in the future. And I have to be honest, I never really felt like he wanted what I wanted throughout our relationship. It was just more so like I would say something I wanted and he was like, yeah, no sweat off my back. I can go along with it. You know what I mean? But when situations came up, like things that I needed from him, there was a lack of answer, a lack of response in the way that could help me. For example, wanting to go to the gym, wanting to go work out. Okay, wanting to start that habit. I didn't have a car at this point, and I'd be like, oh, let's go to the gym, let's go work out together. And it was just crickets. It was like, oh, you say you're gonna start a diet and then you never do. It was very, very much like, you're never gonna do this. Why should I even, like, put forth time for you to do this goal? And that kind of was very damaging for me, who was trying to be someone else, who was trying to grow while also dealing with a lot of painful. It was right when I had left my mom, and, like, that was a lot of tumultuous. It was a lot, y'all. Y'all done seen it. Y'all done seen me cry on the internet. Y'all have seen me try to figure out my identity, trying to go viral and everything. I was just very confused. And I feel like I'm yelling at you, but no, I'm not yelling at you. I was just very, very confused and hurt and trying to look for an out and trying to lean on, like, my spirituality to give me meaning in this world. And even now, I still lean on my spirituality to give me meaning in this world, to give me peace that things are going to work out. And it was very, very interesting being in a situation with someone who doesn't show or doesn't hold the same beliefs that I hold. I feel like we were not a good match, even though we tried to be each other's match. It got to the point where I just felt like, I'm forcing you to be something that you are not, and you don't necessarily respect me for who I am. And without going into so much more details, those who know, those who don't know, I'm getting a divorce 5 years into my marriage. I've been gone for about 3 of those years in China. So we've been separated for a while. Even then, when I came to China, the expectations that I kind of set for our relationship, they were not met. And it's not like I'm the type of person that don't make my expectations known. I was very vocal. This is what I need. This is what I want. It was just, even though I said this is what I need, this is what I want, I didn't have someone who was willing to give me those things. So, of course, it caused more and more resentment. The relationship kind of, in a way, was built on resentment. The start of the relationship and everything. But I have to say, like, in my head, I'm thinking about this silly thing of how he could spin it so that I'm the villain and everything. And I don't know how he's spinning it. I really don't know how he's spinning it. But for me, I just want to be completely open and honest, where I was not a victim of my relationship. And I want to also say that my ex was not a victim of our relationship as well. We were adults, we made decisions, and now we are leaving said relationship. And that is all. And I'm trying to be uplifting and positive in a way that allows space for us to be what we were, which was immature children who were trying to figure things out in the midst of a pandemic. Well, the pandemic, we got married before the pandemic, but still, in the midst of all of that, trying to figure out life, and in my way, going through a lot of sorrows and a lot of pain, losing a child, not being able to get pregnant again, cutting off my adoptive family throughout the years. Like in the last year, my birth father died, my adopted brother died. Going through that, cutting off all of these ties and still being where I am at this point. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat things and say that life was like super easy and everything just always works out for me. And I'm not going to say that a lot of the issues that I've had in life haven't been because of my inability to push through the pain. And mind you, like, I have pushed through pain, but a lot of times I've just kind of been beating around the bush of this pain, still tangled up in the vines and like slowly trying to crawl away when I could have just like burnt the whole bush down. So that's me, and that's my reality, and I'm still trying to figure out my life, but I don't regret any of the decisions I made to this point. I don't regret them at all. I feel like I am still trying to find balance, and this overwhelming desire to be a mother that has not left me throughout my entire journey is still there. And like, I picked up the camera the other day and I was like, y'all, I think I'm gonna do it solo. But the reality is I'm afraid of doing it solo. I'm just afraid of the future. I'm not afraid. I'm excited for the future. I'm trying to retitle it. But because I talked to you guys about being a single mom, I was thinking, like, how do I make that happen? Like, I don't really trust people and blah, blah, blah. I hit up the ex and I said, X, could you donate? And X was like, hell nah, bitch. And I was triggered. I'm like, oh my gosh, how could you do this to me? Like, I know, like, giving up your seed is like not nothing, but you were married to me, were planning on having a child with me. You, even before we were married or even in a relationship, you were going to be my donator. And now, like, after all of this, you're not going to give me a little seed, a little sprouting thing. But, you know, realistically, y'all already know my thoughts of the matter. I don't know if his seed and my seed were meant to mix, because I mean, our entire relationship, no baby, our entire relationship. So I think that goes to say, either one, because I don't think there was anything wrong with my body. He says there's nothing wrong with his body. I think the reality is we just wasn't meant to mix. we just was not meant to mix. And on top of that, I was so stressed out. Our entire relationship, I was triggered. I was always on panic mode. There was very few times that I felt any type of peace, like the peace I'm feeling now in China, away from everything. I was definitely lost in the sauce. So yeah, just thinking about that, you know, this, you know, damn, I got something in my eye. Ooh. This video wasn't supposed to be like drag your ex and stuff like that. And I feel like even then, my goal is not to drag him, but just to paint a picture of the thoughts that I'm having in this moment. I think that the conversation about my ex will not be something that will just disappear just because we're having a divorce. And, you know, there's just so many emotions there. Like the other day I wanted to, my camera is dying. The other day I wanted to hit him up and just be like, this is how I'm feeling. And in that moment, I just wanted to vent about how I feel like he failed me in this relationship. Okay? And I was like, this is not conductive. And I didn't do it. And I was proud that I didn't do it. But it was so much so. So I cleaned off my chair, and it hasn't seen the light of day for like 2 months now. So I cleaned off my chair. Really, it was just moving things around. There's still a pile of stuff I need to deal with on this side of the bed. I put on new sheets. Okay, that's new. New sheets. I set out my clothes for later because right after class I'm going to take a shower and then I'm going out. This is a mess, but it's a maintainable mess. Like tomorrow I can take care of this. Over here, there was a pile that had been on my floor for, I want to say, like 2-3 months, of like a suitcase that I opened up, and I was going through my clothes, and then I just got really overwhelmed. So I pretty much dealt with that. And in a way, I didn't really deal with it more so where I put all my new clothes in this suitcase. I put all my uniforms in this suitcase, okay? There's a bag back there. Pretty sure it's filled with clothes that I need to go through. My closet is a mess. There's a bag right there of all the clothes that were on the floor that I just put into this bag that I need to go through. Not to stress myself out. However, I did clean the bathroom. The bathroom is clean. The floors are mopped. The toilet is done. Okay? That towel right there is for when I take my shower after my Chinese class. Okay? I did a lot. Not gonna lie, I did a lot. There's little things that I need to clean up. Okay? And that's things that I can deal with another day. Like my dishes. Need to clean my dishes. This is a mess. This is not really a mess. This is just chaos, okay? And like not dirty chaos, but just like, oh, my computer, my area set up, you know, I haven't straightened that out in a while. I put more stuff over there. It's just work stuff, okay? Here, this is the pile of trash that I need to take down, sort through a little bit, but mostly throw everything away. And yeah, I think overall, I did pretty good. And while I was doing that, you know, the camera cut off when I was talking about my ex. And I think that the biggest thing that I'm feeling right now is like fear. My camera's about to die again. So maybe this is a whole conversation for another day. Either way, I want to say much love, positive vibes. We'll definitely have to sit down and talk about how I'm feeling right now for the future. And I love you guys. Thank you, and bye-bye.